Hey, what is up guys, it's CI Scare. Here today with another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare episode for you. So I've been using a lot of the same guns recently. A lot of AK-12 videos have been posted on this channel, and I've been getting a little worried that you guys might be getting old or tired of all the like the same gun being used in all these videos. And I don't want you guys to think that I just use the AK-12, because I use a lot of guns, and I'm always switching it up. But it's just that the AK-12 is that gun where I always get really good gameplays with, and so it seems like whenever I use it, I get a game that I want to share with you guys. So it's it's just the gun that happens to get me usually the highest scores and stuff. But in this game, I decided to switch things up and use the Bulldog. Excuse me, guys. Now the Bulldog has been brought over from Ghost. Like a lot of games, they use guns from past Call of Duties, and the Bulldog in Ghost was very, very overpowered. It was so annoying, and it was just the easiest thing to use. And it was one of those guns that I would just get so mad every time I saw someone use it, because it was just the easiest thing to use. And sometimes I'd be playing in a match, and I'd kill an enemy that was using a Bulldog, and I'd pick his Bulldog up and just kill the entire team with it, because I'd like do it just to show them that it was easy and that it's not something that is like hard to play with. But in this game, the Bulldog is a lot trickier. It's very, very underpowered in my opinion, and I honestly cannot wait for this buff to come out, because I'm sure that you guys know, if you follow a lot of Advanced Warfare news and videos and stuff, which if you're watching this video, I'm sure that you are doing that. I'm sure that you know that that there is a buff that's coming out for basically every gun except for the ASM-1 and the BAL. And I'm not sure if they are nerfing the BAL and the ASM-1 now, or if they are not, because they've like gone back and forth. They've nerfed the BAL, they've buffed the BAL, they've nerfed the BAL. It's all over the place. So I don't really know if they're gonna nerf those two guns, but I know that they're gonna buff basically like every other gun in the game, which I'm super excited about, because I am so tired of just seeing everybody use the same two guns in every single lobby. And I can't wait so I can actually like go up against each other. Like I feel dirty. I feel bad when I use the ASM-1. The BAL is not quite as bad, because the ASM-1 is a little bit more overpowered than the BAL now that they've nerfed it. But the BAL is still a little bit overpowered. And I still use the BAL from time to time, but I don't use it all that much, because I still feel like it's an overpowered weapon, and it's not really a weapon that you can earn respect by using. But I mean I still like to use it. It's still a good gun, and I mean obviously it's a good gun, but I cannot wait for them to buff the HBR and the AK, and basically I mean the AK doesn't need too much of a buff, but it could use a slight buff. But like the HBR definitely needs a buff, as well as the ARX. I can't wait for the buff on the ARX. I love that gun. And just these guns that need to be buffed, so we can have like a more of a competitive kind of game. Because if you have an entire enemy team that is using ASM-1s and BALs, they're gonna basically outclass you in every single gunfight, unless you just are a better player than them. And so it's really nice that we're gonna have a little bit more of a competition, instead of just the same two guns being used in every single match. Like I said before, I'm so tired of it. And so I just decided to switch things up, because I was getting really tired of just using SMGs and assault rifles. It's basically all I use. I do use the Moors from time to time, but that's not too often. And so since I was getting tired of these, I was like, I'm just gonna throw on the Bulldog. I've used the TAC-19 before. When I use shotguns in Call of Duty, I usually prefer pump action shotguns, because they tend to have more range as well as more damage. So I tend to use those, but I'm not a big fan of the TAC-19, and it just wasn't really clicking with me. So I threw on the Bulldog, and had a few attachments from it, because I had been playing some Infected, so I had a few attachments for it. I threw on the target finder, or what's it called in this game, target enhancer or something like that, I'm not too sure, the foregrip, and the laser sight. Now the target enhancer really isn't necessary. I just kind of had an extra slot. Open, and so I just threw it up there, because why not. And I really liked it. It was a nice little addition, but you don't need it if you're actually looking for a class setup for the Bulldog. I mean, you don't need the target enhancer. It is nice to have it, because it is pretty it is pretty helpful to be able to see enemies through cracks and stuff with it. And so it's definitely it's a good gun. It's a good gun. It definitely deserves a buff, in my opinion. Not too much of a buff, because I don't want a Bulldog from Ghost running around here where you're getting kills from across the map or some bullcrap like that, some Bulldog bullcrap like that. And so I really hope that they do smart buffs in this game, because I know every Call of Duty does this. Isn't a knock on Sledgehammer. Every single Call of Duty does this, but whenever they buff and nerf guns, they go to the extremes. They either nerf it so much that nobody uses it, or they buff it so much that everybody uses it and everybody hates it at the same time because it's just too good. So I hope that they don't buff anything too much. I hope that they don't nerf anything too much, because I still enjoy using the BAL, I still enjoy using the ASM1. I just want them to be not quite as good as they are now. I mean, I don't really want a nerf on those guns, but I would like a buff on the other guns so we can make them kind of like the same tier level. So that's basically why I was using the Bulldog in this game. I'm not a big fan. I'm still not a fan of the Bulldog. I don't really like it, but you know, it was fun to just change things up and to be able to say, hey, I got this good game with a shotgun that kind of sucks right at the moment. And so I definitely did enjoy playing it. And in the second part, and when we move over to the second part, in the first half of this domination game, when we move over to the second part of the map, I actually did like really bad, and I was sucking it down pretty hard. But I ended up bringing it back after that halftime was over, and I started doing better after that. And so now, guys, that I've explained why I was using the Bulldog in this game, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a project that I have in mind. So I've been playing a lot of that one-shot recently. If you don't know about one-shot, it's a sniping playlist in Advanced Warfare where it's snipers only, and it's the Morse that reaction knife just caught me off guard. So you get the Morse sniper rifle with different attachments, and that's all you can choose from. And every single shot is a one-hit kill. I've been playing a lot of that recently, and I've gotten a lot of really good clips in it. But the thing is, I'm like the type of person where if I have clips saved in my computer and I don't use them like within a couple days, then I completely forget about them, and they just kind of take up space in my computer, and eventually they'll get deleted. And so what I'm going to do, since I have too many clips right now, I want to make sort of a mini montage. It won't be like, you know, this big, you know, edit that's awesome looking, you know, with these cool like effects and everything, because I can't do that. I don't have the software necessary for that kind of thing. My software is kind of basic. And so I don't really have the tools to be able to make something like that. I think that if I had those tools, I could do it, because I mean, I'm not by any means a great editor, but I do consider myself like somewhat knowledgeable in like the editing field, where I know like the basics, and I can do what I need to do for like my videos. And I'm also, you know, I can teach myself all kinds of things, and so I basically taught myself how to edit videos just by playing around with these tools, and I enjoy it so much where I could sit down on an editing feature or editing software for hours and just straight up edit a dummy video. What I call it. Whenever I have something new to do, I just take a dummy video and I edit it. And I mean, I'm not gonna post it, but I just edit it to see what I can do to it. And so like this little tiny montage is only gonna last maybe a couple minutes or so, and it's not gonna have any special effects. It's just gonna be clips and music. It's not gonna have, you know, awesome, like, you know, slow motion whenever I hit an awesome shot, or, you know, noises and like, you know, effect sounds in the background or anything like that. You know, if you guys are interested in montages like that and you want to see cool looking montages, there is a guy on YouTube that he's a relatively small YouTuber, but he has really good montages, and he is a great player as well, and so you should definitely check him out. I'm gonna leave his name in the description of this video, because his name is Stallone, and you know, for those of you that you know just can't really remember it because this video still has a little bit to go. So his name is Stallone, spelled Stallone, I believe that's what it is. So if you're interested in seeing, like, you know, some cool looking edits with nice sniper shots in Advanced Warfare, and as well as other Call of Duties, then check out his channel. Like I said, his name will be in the description below. You know, he's a cool guy. He's a cool editor, cool YouTuber, and I like his channel a lot. So, you know, I want to promote things that I like. I don't want to promote a channel that I don't like, because obviously, you know, I don't think that if the person doesn't look like he's putting time into his videos, he obviously doesn't deserve the subscription or the like or comment, whatever you're gonna give him. He doesn't deserve it if he's not putting the time and hard work into it. And this guy obviously is. And so definitely go check him out if you're interested in that kind of thing. But for these clips, you know, like I said, it's just going to be, you know, I'm going to have a song with it. Going to have just the clips mashed up together with the song, and it's only going to last a couple minutes. I'm not even too sure how long it is going to last, because I'm not even sure how many clips I have right now. I've got a good amount saved. It probably will only be like, you know, 2 minutes or so. But I might try to play some more and try to get some more clips just in case it's not long enough. So if I'm going to go and try to make that as soon as possible, maybe it'll be out by the end of this week or so. And I'm going to see, like, you know, if I need to get more clips to extend the time of the video. And if I do have to do that, then it might get pushed back a little bit. Because I'm not the best sniper in the world. I'm decent and everything, but I'm not the best sniper in the world. And so definitely look out for that. I hope that you'll check that out, because it'll take a little bit of work to get it done. I don't want to look like trash. I'm gonna do some stuff to it, but it's not gonna be anything like visually stunning, like next level mess or anything like that. So don't expect anything like that from me, because I'm not at that tier yet. Anyways, guys, this game is almost over. Look at the score right now. So it's 142 to 143. This game was insanely close. I almost didn't even realize how close it was. I didn't realize how close it was, like, at the very end, when my teammates were, when my team was telling me, like, to get on the flags with them and stuff. And that was in the second half. I got a lot more offensive and started taking flags like crazy. And we ended up winning by 1 point, 145 to 144. It was insane. So big shout out to ShoeFan96, whose name is Scott, and CI Squeak, whose name is Chris, because they were both big helps in this game. I could not have won this game without them. They were both big helps. They both did very, very well. Chris was the one getting those UAVs with threat detection on it. He always runs that, and I love him for it. I love those UAVs so much, and he's always pulling those things out, which is very, very helpful. If you haven't already checked out my last 2 videos, you can go ahead and click on the screen right now to go look at them. Had a domination game with AK-12, like usual. With I got a whole bunch of warbirds. I'm not too sure how many I think I got like 4 warbirds in this game. I'm not too sure how many I got in the last game. It was more than 4, I can tell you that. And I got another gameplay of me using the ASM1, just showing you just how OP it is. It's super OP. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This has been CI Scarum, and I'll see you later.